guys. Welcome back to podcast,
but not really.
Today we have
we're talking about our political stances, and I know that this is like a topic that a lot of people see as like controversial, but it's really something that needs to be talked about.
But because of that controversy, we thought for our first episode we really should get it out of the way.
Yeah.
So y'all know who we are and what we're about.
Yeah, just to introduce it.
Mainly we're very pro bullying.
Yeah, and not that bullying is for everybody, but there are those people that just need to be humbled, and it just is something that has to happen.
And it's not something you have to it's not like a lifelong thing, maybe only be bullied once or twice, but some people do need that.
Yeah, they need to to have that instilled in their brain that the things that they're doing, that they should stop, and that people hate it, and that I don't know, it might make people hate them. Well, okay. What else? We are very anti mullets, and I just think that the government themselves created that. I think that they are the root of that abomination.
I think it's a distraction for what's happening in the world nowadays.
Yeah,
they don't want us to be angry about things that matter. They want us to be angry about mullets, and it's worked. I'm very angry about mullets.
And they also they instilled this in our brains, and then they make people attracted to it, and I really think that is just
Are you attracted to mullets?
Absolutely not. I think that is something that the U.S. government has
put in the drinking supply.
Well, that too, but they've used that as a tactic to distract us from what's actually important.
We left those in the 80s for a reason, and bring them things from the 80s that are good. Winona Ryder, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Third of all, we are pro rabies rights. I don't think the rabid community should have so much the same amount of rights as us non-rabid people, but definitely some. Maybe not all, but because some.
Yeah, I definitely think that we dumb down their worth, and that's just not okay.
Just because you're foaming at the mouth doesn't mean you don't have a brain. You just have slightly less of it because it is being eaten away at.
I mean, yeah, but that happens. It's a cycle of life.
Yeah. So now that that's out of the way, we want to talk about a topic that's very near and dear to my heart, and I hope yours too, Emma.
Oh yeah, of course.
Celebrities who we think have very, very good or very, very bad ears.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the function of the ears, for hearing. We're talking about their aesthetic look. Who do you think has good ears, Emma?
Okay, honestly, I think that Olga Eduardes, she has some really nice ears, and I'll tell you why. The shape of them, the size, it's just it's such a beautiful shape that you don't really get anywhere else. I'd say it's close to elf ears, which makes them unique, which makes her set apart from other people. That's really something that I look at whenever I'm what human being do I like? Am I going to give them my time of day? And I definitely think that she has that. She has what I'm looking for.
Just the it factor.
Yeah.
Personally, my ideal ear is
I'm sorry, who?
Sorry. Is William Jefferson Blythe Jr.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
His lobes are very round.
Yeah. And they're not attached. They're not, because attached is
Yeah, absolutely. I believe his the cartilage part has a good slope. And the detailing inside is curvy.
Oh yeah.
But
have you seen those? Yeah. I agree.
Thank you.
Do you have anyone else?
No, he really just seals the deal for me.
Yeah.
His ear is top notch.
Well, I think I have a couple more that I think are just really well. Let's see. Sorry, I keep a list because I just I care about it a lot,
Yeah. In the meantime, I do have something I want to plug. Cheerios. Eating them has changed my life. I don't know so much about you, but I eat Cheerios because I like that they're compact enough that I can store them in my cheeks like a squirrel and eat them later. That's probably my favorite part. My second favorite part is the honey nut glaze on the outside. My third favorite part is the holes in the middle for when I do often eat them whole without chewing. I don't choke. Do you have yours?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and that's why I eat cereal.
Well, after, like, consulting my list, I definitely think that JoJo Siwa, her ears, I know that she's, like, super weird. Like, she's very, very weird. However, I think that she can definitely be admired for her ears. Like, they have no blackheads. They're what?
Whose ears have blackheads?
Everybody's. I'll look in your ears later, I promise you. You have pretty okay ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that hers are nice. So, you were talking about Cheerios.
Yeah, but that was, like, just, like, a plug. Like, that wasn't a paid advertisement.
Oh, because your, like, dad created them or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Our next topic's probably Cody.
Oh my gosh, Cody.
Oh, I hate Cody.
I hate Cody.
I cannot stand Cody. I think he's so stupid.
You know, I don't
and
usually,
annoying.
like, hate, like, living things. Like, I don't hate them.
But,
you
can't help
my
it.
next door neighbor, Cody, is, like, the worst. He's his dad and him go on walks, like,
all the time
midnight,
at midnight.
And Cody has nothing on. Nothing. And his dad has a robe on. And I'm like, dude, like, what?
And Cody just runs all over his front yard. And he gets in front of cars.
Yeah, he stood in front of my car before. He has literally run at me whenever I got out of my car. And I was like, oh my gosh. His sister always parks in my spot. Like, his
family is just...
And I'm like, I really thought he, like, died. Like, I hadn't seen him forever. And then, like, I saw him. And I was like, okay, there he goes. There goes Cody.
And, like, I certainly wouldn't celebrate his death, but I would feel no grief. And there's not a lot of people I can say that about.
Yeah. And, like, Cody might be a 4-legged animal.
He might
but
be a dog.
I think he deserves the same, like, I don't want to say hatred because I don't really hate anything, but the sheer feeling of disgust and passion as I would for a human if I were to feel towards them the same way I do Cody.
Yeah.
But I will say, Cody did bring us our most prized possession, and that's Cody's house.
Another paid advertisement. We are Cody's house. This is an ad. We're dropping our newest album. Emma Has Rabies. Probably summer 2026.
Yeah.
Maybe sooner, maybe later. I don't know.
It really just depends. We just first need to learn all of our instruments.
How to play guitar.
Yeah.
And drums.
Yeah. We do have those things. We are fully prepared. We really do, like, put a lot of care into our act.
Yeah. Like, we don't know how to play instruments, but we do have a band and we do have an album.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, like, keep an eye out for that. Then we're going to move on to our fact of the day segment. My fact of the day is that sloths actually have 7 toes on each foot, and not like little toes, like big toes, like 7 individual large, like big toes, like human big toes. They look very similar. Yours?
Yeah, well, chefs have 100 folds in their hats, but those are actually to represent the 100 folds in their small intestine. That was a good fact.
That was a good fact. I enjoyed that. My other fact. Do you have any more?
Yeah.
Okay.
The longest veil was actually... Oh.
Just go ahead. It's fine.
Okay.
I'll do your ones.
It was actually 63 football fields long, but it was made out of those fuzzy little worm things. Oh. Only those were real worms that had died and just had kind of put that stuff around them.
Oh, so like they died and the fuzz film surrounded them like it does with fish?
Oh, yes. Like more like that.
Okay.
That's a better way to describe it.
My next one, is that if you destroy any printer in the U.S., like just completely destroy it, you're going to find a tiny orange key inside of it, like maybe an inch by an inch. It's cubular. And that key actually will unlock the servant's door into the kitchen of the White House. Antiquated term, I know, but like that's what it unlocks. And theoretically, you could go start a fight in there. Not saying with who, but you know.
The first apple pie was actually made with George Washington's bones. I don't know why you're like, it's kind of like serious. Like, we kind of like we hold that to our heritage. Oh. So like I don't know why you're laughing.
I'm just confused. Like it wasn't like I thought it was something like I'm like a little confused. Like,
but, like about what?
Was the crust made of bone or the apple made of bone?
Like it was just like sprinkled in there wherever it could fit. I see like the judgment in your eyes, but you know, whatever, move on.
I mean, like I've never eaten our first president, have you?
That was years ago.
So you didn't eat any?
No.
Why not? Why didn't you eat any, Emma? Why didn't you eat George Washington?
I can't answer for
Why
that.
didn't you eat George Washington?
I can't answer for that.
Why not? You heard it here, folks. Emma Scott has never eaten George Washington's bones. And for that, she is a fake American. And we will be revoking her citizenship.
I don't know if you should joke about that. Whatever.
So y'all know, y'all are at the 12-minute mark.
Okay. Okay, my next fact of the day is that all ghosts are bald. Because, like, when you die, like, your hair falls out, so, like, the ghost hair falls out, too.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I think that ghosts are demons, though.
Oh, really? I believe in ghost. Singular. The Holy Ghost. Welcome to the Evangelism Corner.
Oh.
God is real.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So what are your thoughts on him?
Him, strong, powerful, righteous anger, a loving father. What about you?
I'm feeling that. Okay, so like if we're gonna go into this, you know, I did go to seminary for 17 years. So yeah, I feel like I have a good background on it. So yeah, in the beginning, like God made us, and you know, He's a perfect God, but because of sin, we're not perfect people. But also because He loved us, He gave us this free will, and He wanted us to like have a real relationship that wasn't forced. So yeah, we sinned. What are your
top 5 sins?
Oh, my top 5 sins?
Yeah.
Okay, well, like, it's 2020 now, guys, if y'all didn't know that. And, I don't sin anymore.
No, it was our New Year's resolution.
Left that. It's just, like, it's not for me.
That's, like, bad energy.
Like, I know, like, some people, like sinned for them, but, like, I don't like, I think it's selfish. Yeah. So I just, like, think you should stop. I guess if I used to have sins, yeah, I just, like, kind of outdid everybody on everything.
Yeah.
I, like, kind of, like, always just, like felt better about myself than everybody.
Yeah. Pride's a big one.
Yeah. Let's see. You know, I can't really think of any more.
So you don't have a top 5?
Like, oh my gosh. No, yes, I do. Because if I didn't, that would be sin. You know, I used to be, like, really reliant on, like, food and stuff.
No, you don't eat.
No, like, I live off the bread of life.
Yeah. I think I get that. I've, like, since the New Year started, I've only eaten communion crackers and wine. Because, like...
Yeah, like, how do you, like... Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how you feel, like, once you, like, make this like, transition.
Physically?
Yeah.
Horrible. Like, very, very bad. It's been 3 weeks.
That sounds a little like you're...
My doctor says I'm very malnourished. Okay. But spiritually, I'm doing all right.
That's good. That's good. You know, that's really all that matters, because once we die, like, this is fleeting.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the crucifixion.
Bad. Makes me sad.
Really, I kind of view it as a little good.
I agree. I wish he didn't have to go through that, but I'm very thankful he did that for us.
I will admit, like, Jesus is better than me. And, like, you know, like, I don't know, I feel like I've always been able to admit that, just because, like, he did, like, save me. But yeah, like, he's, like, better than me. So like I wish he didn't have to go through that because he just like I mean like he was a really stand-up guy, like still is. Like he's like God is alive and like, you know, Trinity 3 and fully God, fully man. Like he's pretty good dude. Yeah. So like I like thank him for that. Wish he didn't have to go through that. But like what a bro for carrying all of our sins on his back.
And like my sins, your sin, and every listener's sin out there too. So just like remember that.
Yeah. So like life after you meet Jesus, tell us about that, Raley.
It got significantly better, I think.
Yeah.
Like community really changed my life, and like the love of the Lord really changed like my attitude and my actions, and I'm very thankful for that. What about you?
Well, you know, nothing's perfect. Like my life sucks sometimes. It's terrible sometimes. But then I'm like, oh wow, I have Jesus and God and the Holy Spirit. I did too. The Holy Spirit to lean on. But they're all one, so you're really just
like, and it gets so much better when like you don't like you can be like everything sucks, but I have this.
Yeah. And
like this isn't gonna change. And like,
so this is like our another plug. Like, sorry we keep doing these, but
this is another paid
it's called the Bible. There's like 66 chapters, or I'm sorry, it's like okay, so it's like kind of a cool book. So there are like multiple books in this book, so there are 66 books and then like multiple chapters in each book. So like you'll be entertained for a while.
Yeah, like you could read it for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
like you read a little bit each day, and then you could read it again, and like you would still find new things.
Yeah, you always get like new things out of it. Oh yeah, like this is what it looks like. For those listening, it is a fairly thick book. This cover is blue. It says Holy Bible. Make sure it's holy. It's the Holy Bible. You don't want to like mistake that.
You don't want to get the Yeehaw Bible. That's concerning. But yeah, I'm pretty like proud to have one, and it's changed my life, and it'll change yours. Maybe more than Cheerios, but
I mean like.
That's up, but like
I don't want to say that's up for debate because like ultimately
like it's not like it will change your life more.
Yeah,
but both will change your life. So go out today, buy a Bible and some Cheerios, and like I think that's the end of our podcast.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
Can we do a little disclaimer, Tim? Most of this was a joke. We still sin.
None of our facts were real.
They were almost real.
They were all a little bit fake. Also, I'm Emma, she's Raley.
Yes.
We know we didn't introduce ourselves originally, so we're doing it now.
Yeah.
All right. And thank you so much for listening to our podcast. Tune again next week where we break Emma's foot with a sledgehammer and then sell it on eBay.
I want to look lived in.